Namaste and welcome to Times Health Plus. Good morning, everyone. And I'm so glad that you all have come to this session to understand more about your health. So, we are going to understand about food and immunity today again. This is our week 2 with the food and immunity. In the past week, we have learned about what is immunity, right? And how it helps to defend our body from multiple microorganism pathogens, right? So today we are going to move little one step ahead to understand more about immunity according to our age groups also. Okay, so if you all remember, um, in the last session, I had given you one task of the week, right? So in that task of the week, I had given you a task to at least incorporate at least one immunity rich food in your diet, in your daily diet, right? So have you all tried that? Please let me know about it in the comment section. Good morning, Jagdeep ji, seeing you after a long time. I really appreciate your efforts that you take that charge that every week whenever the session comes related to nutrition, you are always there since day one. So glad to see that. Okay, let's see anybody who have tried incorporating any one immunity rich food into your diet, and if yes, then how did you felt about it? Please share your experience with me. And meanwhile, let's proceed ahead to understand what we are going to learn today. So today we'll be learning about immunity and the seasonal foods, right? So there are multiple seasonally different sort of foods come in our market and how they have a good impact on our immunity, that we will learn in more detail. We will be understanding about the superfood concept. Nowadays in market, this word has been used a lot, right? So we believe on having more of superfoods throughout the year. So let's understand that also more in detail. We'll be learning about cooking methods, about how certain foods weaken our immunity. We will be learning about the daily habits that we need to strengthen up. And of course, for every age group, how your immunity goes haywire, and for that, what all the food requires. Okay. And at the end, as usual, we always end with our session with the task of the week. Okay. Okay, so there is one question. Okay, Charulji says that she has incorporated colorful vegetable salad daily in the afternoon. So nice, lovely. Because more the variety, more the colors in your plate, more you are going to get exposure with multiple good nutrients, right? So since we don't know which food has which sort of nutrients that much, it's a best thing to always add variety into your meal. More the colorful your plate is, more you are going to get the nutrients. Okay, this is a really nice habit that you have incorporated salads into your lunch, because this is one of the must thing that everyone should do. Salads really help to keep our gut healthy, and if your gut is healthy, your immunity will be healthy, right? In the past session we learned that only if your gut is super healthy, it's running in the right functions, then somehow your immunity will also be in a right function. Okay, because 70% of your immune cells are sitting inside your gut. Okay, fine. Okay, Jagdeep ji says Greek yogurt and ginger powder to as an additive. Okay, lovely, lovely. So ginger powder really helps. It's like a superfood that we'll be learning today. Really helps in balancing the inflammation. Greek yogurt is good for a good bacteria for your gut. So if your gut is having good bacteria, of course the digestion will be at peak, and you will never face any sort of indigestion or poor digestion. Okay, fine, fine, good. So it's a really nice start with looking towards your body, that what your body requires, and feeding that right thing on the right time is important. Okay, fine, chalo, let's go ahead and understand about the seasonal foods. Now why it's very important to have certain things seasonally, because a particular type of food is best to be consumed during particular time of the year. Okay, why? Because in that particular season your immunity is functioning differently. Like in a winter, our immune system is little weak, right? We have very high chances to get flu, cold, and multiple infections, right? Similarly in summer, we are not prone towards any cold kind of exposure, but we are feeling very tired, fatigue, we don't feel like doing certain things, we feel lazy, right? So every season of the year, or every seasons, if you see, your body is functioning very differently, and that's the reason particular food is important to have in that particular season. Okay, so what's the emphasis in today's immunity is, if you have seasonal fruits and vegetable, you will surely be able to build up your immunity, because maximum immune, or you can say maximum nutrients which are rich in vitamins and antioxidants and minerals, these are majorly present in your fruits and vegetables. Okay, in your grains, in your pulses, you will find more of macronutrients like carbohydrate, proteins, fats, but the micronutrients that your body requires on regular basis are majorly present into your fruits and your vegetables. Okay, so you all know, right, there are multiple vitamins like vitamin A, B, C, D, E, K. These are all vitamins. Similarly, a lot of minerals like iron, calcium, vitamin D, all you will find into your fruits and vegetables. Now, what is the concept of antioxidant? Antioxidant means the fruit or the vegetable which contains little property which helps to destroy your internal unwanted toxins of your body. So what happens on regular basis, we inhale a lot of pollution, we inhale a lot of dust, we inhale a lot of microorganisms, lot of junk food goes in our body. So somehow foreign materials are formed in our body which are called as free radicals, right? Now to destroy these all free radicals, or to destroy these unwanted microorganisms or unwanted products that are formed in your body after certain chemical reaction, these vitamins or these mineral rich foods will act as an antioxidant for your body, which will remove these all toxins. So antioxidants are present into specific fruits majorly. So for example, all the vitamin C and vitamin E are the good source of antioxidants. Okay, so all your vitamin C's are present in which sources? Do you all know the source of vitamin C? You can write in the comment section. Okay. There are few questions. I'm started jeera water and fennel water. Okay, very nice. Nitya ji says I have acidity problems. Any tips for that? Surely. So what we do is after every end of the session, we have one Q&A section. In that, we will take all your health issues and other doubts that you have regarding your health. That will be addressed in detail. Currently, any questions you have related to today's topic, you can post that now. Okay, so meanwhile I'll simultaneously take those questions. Okay. Okay, Nidhi ji says orange, lemon are the good source of vitamin C. All the citrus fruits are the good source of vitamin C. So lemon, amla, then your oranges, sweet limes, then your और क्या खट्टी चीजें, all any tamarind, tomato, bell peppers, capsicums, your leafy vegetables, even these all sources have good source of vitamin C. So vitamin C is a really good source to destroy all your unwanted toxins of your body. Okay. Secondly, vitamin E, which is present in your leafy vegetables, it is also present into your nuts and seeds. So when you have these often into your diet, you will experience on regular basis your body is getting cleaned up. Okay, so that's the reason the seasonal foods are very important to have in particular time period, so that it makes your defense system more stronger in that particular season. Okay, now in our winter, if we see, we get so much of cold, flu, cough issues, certain infection that we get, right? So for such season, what is required, warmth is required inside your body, an antioxidant is required in your body to fight back these all bacteria, viruses and pathogens, right? So in winters, what are the food sources that comes in the market? What are the seasonal foods that come in the market? Can you write that down in a comment section? Let me see who all noticed that in winters these are the particular vegetable, fruits, or any of the other ingredient that comes in a market, and you take that effort to go and consume that. Please write in the comment section what are the food sources of winters specifically that we get in the market. Okay. Okay, Jagdeep ji says even grapefruit is a good source of vitamin C. Absolutely. Let me see few more examples of all the winter rich foods in the comment section. Okay, till product, very nice. Sesame seed is a good source of winter food. It is warmth for our body, giving good calcium to our body, right? So your bones will get stronger during the season. If you will see in winters, people who are already having joint pain issue will aggravate more, right? Because of the low temperature outside, it affects on our bones, our joints, and we see that your osteoporosis, arthritis, or rheumatoid arthritis, or joint pain and aches of your body will increase even more. So for that, sesame seed is one of the good source. Okay, gond laddu, very nice. Even gond laddu is one of the good source to give warmth to your body, and it's good like a collagen for your bone. Okay, fine. Next is broccoli. Yes, broccoli is also good source. Any other? Ginger, very nice. D'Souza ji, ginger is also one of the good source. Ginger is nowadays available in throughout 12 months, you will see. But specifically, which foods or that comes in a market which are actually being consumed in winters at the most? I want to know that. Okay, let me give my examples also. Majorly, if you see bajra, one of the good source to have during winters, to it gives warmth to your body. Apart from that, sesame seeds. Apart from that, you get garlic greens in the market, right? They are the good source to heal your inflammation. Okay, apart from these, you can have multiple things like avla. Amla is one of the good source, and nowadays it's available in the market in abundance. Please go and grab amla, and please have that shots on every day, or have one amla every day. You will be able to meet your vitamin C levels of per day easily. Okay, similarly, oranges is one of the good source that you get in the winters, right? So kachi haldi, which is fresh turmeric, very good source to reduce your inflammation, right? And similarly, in summers, if we see, we want to give little cooling effect to your body, and you need to hydrate your body, so we add a lot of water rich sources like watermelon, cucumber. Okay, gourd vegetables we eat more during summers. Okay, so what is the crux of this seasonal food? That whenever you consume any seasonal fruit at that particular period, you will get the nutrients very freshly. Okay, if avla, which is a winter food, and you get that avla even in your summers, even in your rainy season, somehow you're not getting that fresh nutrient as it is, right? So mostly take the seasonal foods to get the nutrient easily for your body, and it tastes also better, right? Because it's freshly harvested, so they taste also very nice, and that's how it build ups our immunity more stronger. Okay, so everyone, what you have to do, you have to figure out the list of all the seasonal foods and try to incorporate on daily basis. Okay, let's proceed ahead. Now, superfood. Now, superfood means basically the food product which gives us little nutrients extra to our body, or in a denser version. Okay, the food or the variety of a food which contains nutrients which is little extra in amount, and that when we consume, it develops our immunity even more better. It helps to fight back the infection and reduce the inflammation of our body. Okay, so all sort of berries come under the superfood. Berries like gooseberry, the Indian berry, which is avla, then your strawberry, raspberry, cranberry, goji berries. So all the varieties of berries, blueberries, these are all good source of antioxidants. Since they are very colorful, they have lot of antioxidant inside them. Okay. Secondly, turmeric. Now this turmeric contains some internal bioactive component like curcumin, which helps in a reduction of inflammation. So turmeric, usually in winters we get the fresh version of turmeric compared to other times of the year, right? So please prefer that fresh turmeric and have it like an instant pickle. You can have it like shots. You can just blend it and add some black pepper and have it like a good shot. You can have it in an empty stomach or in a mid morning, however possible. But regularly having this will really keep your body away from all the infections. Okay. Green leafy vegetable. In winters, leafy vegetables we get in abundant amount. Okay. And if you go to region, there will be different varieties of leafy vegetable. Like in Maharashtra, we see a lot of palak, methi, fenugreek. We see amaranth leaf, red and green ones. We get dill leaf seeds, dill leaf subjis. So these are all leafy vegetable that we get. And if you go in more pahadi area toward the north side, you get arugula, bathua, and multiple other sorts of different sorts of green leafy vegetables. Same if you go towards south area, you will get more of moringa leaves, very good excellent source of calcium and iron. So try to incorporate whatever you are available, what you get available in the winter season, because that's the best time to get good iron and calcium from all this green leafy vegetable. Okay, apart from this, nuts and seeds are also good source of superfood. Okay, every nut and seed is giving you some sort of nutrient to your body, or you can say it's like an omega 3 rich sources. It's something which helps to fight back all the inflammation of your body. It's good for your heart health. So preferably add some handful sort of nuts and seeds into your diet. It also gives you little warmth to your body, since it has good essential oils. It gives little warmth to your body and lubricate your joints. Okay, lastly, garlic and ginger. Again, your the region to region preference will be different for garlic, but garlic and ginger both are anti-inflammatory, both are antiviral and antibiotic. So any virus which gets inside your body for which leads to some flu, or any sort of bacteria that goes inside your body, that will be get rid of only when you incorporate right amount of garlic and ginger in your diet. Okay, so these are all the superfoods that which helps to build up your immunity. So during winters, if you see that your body is, you get easily prone towards some infections and you get cold and flu very frequently, please incorporate these sources into your diet. Okay, fine. Okay, Jagdeep ji says, what about imported fresh stuff which is off season for our region? It's our digestion dependent on our current climate too. Absolutely, Jagdeep ji. Our digestion actually depends upon seasons. In winters, our digestion is good. We feel hungry also to eat more, right? In summer, it become in specifically rainy season, it becomes very poor, because that time infections, we our stomach is very prone to get certain infections, right? So seasonal to seasonal, yes, digestion slightly gets different, but if you feed on right things at right time, your gut will be always in right state to digest your meals. Okay, so that time you will not have any health issues related to your gut. But if the intake is poor, or if you're not including the seasonal foods into your diet, then somehow you will see that your immunity, your gut is becoming weaker. Okay, and as you said, the imported fresh stuff. So if for example, winter imported fresh stuff into a winter season only, it's acceptable, because every region we don't get all the varieties so easily, so we need to import certain things, right? But if winter seasonal foods are getting imported to certain region, then it's acceptable. But winter specific is getting exported in a summer or in rainy seasons also, then somehow the production could be little adulterated, or it not be that fresh, or it can be treated in certain way that that food should remain throughout the 12 year in particular temperature or in particular environment, so that you can have it. Okay. Sorry. So preferably, I would suggest you all to consume the fresher version of food, whichever is available in that particular region. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, Jagdeep ji says avocado, dragon fruit. Yeah, very good example. If you see, dragon fruit usually comes after rainy season, I guess. Okay, and there are varieties, like white ones you get throughout the year, red one usually comes post the rainy season. So you can have it. In terms of fruits, I can say we do get all the varieties into all the months, but and you can have that, there is no issue in not having that. You can have that if you soak it in a good warm water, wash it thoroughly, you have it, absolutely acceptable. But when that particular fruit comes into that his own season, that time you should have that fruit more in amount. Like oranges are best to have in winters, or you can say any other fruit like plums are best to have in a winter. Please do have that in more amount. Guava, please do have that in more amount during that particular season, because that season is meant for these fruits. But if these fruits are available in other days also, you can have it. That's not an issue. But keep on rotating number of varieties in your fruits also. Okay, that's how. And few varieties of foods are such that you will get available throughout the year, because all the season is accepted by that production of that particular food, so you can have that anytime. Okay, fine. So sorry. Fine, so let's move ahead with the cooking method. Now we have varieties of cooking method, right? We do steaming, we do boiling, we do shallow frying, deep frying, air frying, and grilling, baking. Multiple varieties we have. But the more heat exposure is given to particular food, less the nutrient depletion will happen. Okay, that means you will get the nutrients as it is if the heat provided to that particular food is lesser in amount. I'm so sorry. So, in over frying or in overcooking, if you keep certain food on an oven on a stove for longer duration, somehow that heat will keep on multiplying the nutrients, and therefore it will start to deplete it. Because few nutrients are such which are very heat sensitive. For example, vitamin C. Vitamin C is a certain kind of nutrient which gets easily volatile. So that's the reason we have to make sure foods, we should generally not overheat it. So prefer the method like steaming, boiling, grilling, baking, very minimal time exposure of heat to certain foods. Then you will experience the freshness of that food, and even all the nutrients you will get to your body. Okay, so uh, how we keep our system more better with this method? By giving all the nutrients to your body readily. Okay, so these are the methods that you can opt for. Next, so now let's understand about the food that usually weakens our immunity, right? So anything that is highly processed, highly packaged, or anything where the treatment is given too much to that product or that food will surely will weaken our immunity, because our immune system requires all the foods which are very fresh in nature, which are very closest to the nature. Anything which is highly processed will somehow not accepted by your immunity. Okay, so for example, if we keep wheat and if we keep refined flour in front of us, which is the best source to introduce to your immunity will be the whole wheat, because this is less processed and it's closest to the nature compared to the refined flour, which is maida. Okay, what is there in your refined flour? There will be only starch present inside it. But if you see a whole wheat, you will get starch, you will get fiber, and beneath the fiber you will get B vitamins. Okay, so that's the reason the whole grains you should opt more to keep your immunity in good health compared to the refined products. Okay, secondly, sugary products, anything which have high sugar, like ready-made fruit juices, drinks, colas, mithaias, sweets. These are all highly loaded with sugar. Sugar always slow down the activity of your immune cells. Okay, it ferments into your gut, and therefore it slow down the cells activity. So what immune cells need to do, particularly to destroy certain infection, that won't happen at a good rate. Okay, so that's the reason, try to keep throughout the year, you should keep your sugar levels in balance. Okay, go for healthy alternatives, go for dates, and anjeer, figs, raisins, or jaggery, little amount, not too much. These are like the better source fruits, better source of sugars rather than going for ready made items. Okay, secondly, anything which is deep fried or processed will again increase the inflammation in your body. Okay, so when your inflammation is going high and these deep fried food is increasing your bad bacteria in your gut, somehow your immune system will not be able to reduce that inflammation, right? So that's the reason anything which is highly exposed to lot of oil and lot of heat, it will deplete the nutrients of that food, right? If you see a processed food like a simple biscuit claiming it's made with whole wheat, high fiber, when you turn and read the nutritive label, you realize that the whole wheat that they are claiming, the high fiber they are claiming, is only 10% in compared to the maida that has been added. So somehow we are not getting what is rightly claimed in that food. We are always getting something which is false, right? So always try to make all the food products in home only. Freshly made are much better for your body. And even if you're purchasing any food from outside, always read the nutritive label. Okay, if you remember in the past classes we did have a brief understanding about how to read the nutritive label. Okay, fine. Number 3 is alcohol. Alcohol usually slow down our all functions, right? It specifically hinders your liver plus gut. So your liver is unable to detox certain things, your gut is unable to digest your meal because alcohol is fermenting even more the gut environment. So what is happening, your immune cells efficiency is getting reduced because of too much of alcohol if it's there into your diet. Okay, it's nothing like that alcohol is taken for only one day and next day you just clearing up from your body, now you will be fine. No, its effect is always going to be there in your body, right? So preferably try to bring balance into all these varieties and gradually get rid of the things which are not good for your immunity. Okay, next is lastly about the high salt intake. We feel that we add only particular amount of salt only into our meal, then still how we can say that we consume high salt. But if you notice that your packaged products are having hidden salt into it, it has sodium which is higher in amount in terms of preservatives or in terms of some other additives. Now when there is high salt, why they add high salt or sodium into their products? Because they want to keep that product in the market for longer time, for years, right? So that's the reason all the processed food will have high salt, and you should avoid these high salt products because it creates lot of stress on your kidney. And when your kidney is not clearing out your urine in a right manner, clearing out all the waste in a right manner, somehow it will weaken your immunity. Any unwanted products when stay inside your body for longer duration will surely weakens your immunity and it will slow down your immune power, right? So high salt usually, specifically if we see sodium, has a capacity to retain the water inside your body and remove the excess from your body, right? But if too much of salt is going inside your body, your cells will get overloaded with water and your kidney will experience lot of stress, because of which you have to urinate a lot, or maybe you will feel very tired and sluggish and a lot of kidney issues you will experience, right? So preferably keep the products very low in salt intake. Okay, so what this whole food sources tell us about, that when your immune system is happy, that will be only happy when you feed right amount of fruits, vegetables, whole grains into your diet. But if you are loading yourself with a lot of junk food, then somehow it will dormant your immune system. Your immune cells will not function that effectively, right? So it will go in a sleep mode. So if you want to keep your immune system happy, keep more of healthy foods, natural foods, rich in all the nutrients compared to anything that is processed. Okay, so this is how the food is important in building up our immunity. Now let's see the next part about our habits. Meanwhile, let me see few questions. Okay, some is asking any alternative of sugar which will be sweet in sugar free is sugar free good for us? Okay, so as I also mentioned about sugar alternatives, dates, raisins, figs, fruits, a little amount of jaggery is acceptable by the body. And if you want, next question is the sugar frees are good? So sugar free products are basically made commercialized. So anything that is commercially made will surely not be good for your body. In terms of diabetes, yes, it will be acceptable because it's not spiking your insulin, but simultaneously what it's doing to your body, it is disturbing your gut environment. Anything which is highly processed, commercialized, goes inside your body, your gut will not accept it, and eventually you will see that your digestion is getting affected. Okay, so natural food, sugar free, will be like stevia leaves or monk fruit sugar. These are the two natural sources of sweeteners that you can purchase and add into your sugar alternatives as a sugar alternatives. Okay, fine. Nitya ji says weekly diet chart, please, ma'am. Okay, surely to create any diet chart, it's not generalized to everybody because every individual body is different, health conditions are different, requirements will be different. So diet chart keep on changing, but I'll give you very brief, very generalized sort of diet plan by the end of the today's session. Okay. Sarasji says, is good okay instead of sugar, honey? If you see good sugar, honey, all coming from the main source like sugar cane. Um, now, these are slightly processed, and these three all have the same calories. If you take 25 grams of sugar, if you take 25 grams of jaggery, if you take 25 ml of honey, everyone will have the same calorie. That's the but the best version in these three will be jaggery and little honey, because they both have little extra minerals compared to the white sugar. But again, since these are very highly sugar rich, you have to make sure you add very in little amount of honey or jaggery into your diet, which means 5 grams per day is more than enough. Beyond that will be excess for your body. Okay, fine. Mm, okay, one says, are bakery products good for us like cakes, bread, or biscuits if it is made out of whole wheat? Okay, so if it is purely made out of whole wheat by not adding anything else, and it uses good quality of oil, which is cold press oil or ghee or fresh butter inside it, then it's acceptable. But anything which is claimed as whole wheat and commercially purchased, and if you see the nutritive label, you see a lot of numbers, preservatives, emulsifiers, stabilizers added into it, somehow it's not good for your body. So if you are a person who likes to have breads into your routine, keep it very occasional. Whenever you crave, please go for that. Instead of that, always prefer having rotis in your home. Okay, same goes with cakes. A lot of hydrogenated fats are added into cakes. Cheaper oil is being used in a cake. Simultaneously, if you see baking soda, baking powder has been added into cake. So a lot of creams which is added into cakes are again fatty in nature. So outside cakes are really not good for your body. But if you make homemade cakes like made from millets, ragi walnut cake or carrot cake or banana walnut cake made from whole wheat, these are like good sources. And since you making it at home, you know that you are adding right fresh products inside it. So preferably go for the cleaner products. Okay. Otherwise, the issue is not about bakery product that it's made from whole wheat. The issue is what other ingredients are added into it, so you have to look for that. Okay. One person says, which salt is good, iodized or Himalayan salt? Okay, so let me tell you, both salt are important for our body. Okay, any normal individual person and any hypothyroid person requires iodized salt also and rock salt also. Only the hyperthyroidism person will avoid iodized salt, and that person should take only the rock salts. Okay, now let me tell you how to balance this on regular basis. In your cooking recipes, please add iodized salts, but wherever the salt which is required from top, like when you make salads, when you make certain lemon water from in that, or making any ors electrolyte water, in that if you adding salt, prefer rock salts from wherever you want to add from top. But when you make your cooking recipes, in that iodized salt is acceptable. Okay, so that's how it's important. Why iodized salt is important? For your thyroid functioning. If your thyroid is functioning well, your metabolism will function good, and you will see that your weight is within your range. Okay, fine. One more question I'll take. How good is milk powder? Milk powder is again a dried version of dehydrated version of the milk. So if nothing else is added into it, no sugar, nothing, then you can have it. That's not an issue. So if you purchasing any milk powder packet, please read the nutritive label. If any anti-caking or foaming or preservative is added into it, please don't purchase that. If it's a clean product of only milk powder, then you can go for that product. Okay, why I'm emphasizing on all the chemical names? Because these chemicals somehow stays in our body, leading to a lot of toxin formation, increases our inflammation in the body, and if we are not working on that, uh, it might lead to cancers also. So these are like one of the source. If we add too much of chemicals in our body and we are not cleaning your body by doing exercise, by eating clean, then somehow it will get increase the inflammation in your body. Okay, fine. Okay, let's proceed ahead with the slides, then I'll come back to other questions. Okay, so daily habit for stronger immunity. So as I said, food is really important to build up your immunity, but other perspective of your lifestyle is also equally important to keep your immunity. If you eat your diet very nice, well balanced, everything happening very nicely, but if your sleep is poor, you're not exercising, if you're not balancing your stress, you're not maintaining your hygiene, then somehow your immunity will still be weaker, right? So balanced meal, which means all the colorful variety of your foods should be there into your plate, all the food groups should be there into your plate, all the nutrients you should get from each plate that you consume, then it's called as well balanced meal. Okay, what does this include? It includes good complex carbs, it includes protein, good fiber, healthy fats, fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds, everything, all the food groups that you add into your diet will give you a good balanced version of your meals. Okay, apart from your balanced meal, you have to make sure you sleep adequately. For adults, 7 to 8 hours of sleep is must. Not more than 8 hours, not less than 7 hours will be entertained for your from your body. Your immune system requires good sleeping hours. Now why? Because when you are sleeping for good 7 to 8 hours with a deep sleep mode, your immune cells will start to get repaired, replenished, revitalized, and energized. So that next day it will work for you more vigorously, okay, more efficiently. Okay, same if you see in children, of course, for them time hours are much more compared to adults, but you have to make sure that you have a good sleep hours and maintain that sleep hours regularly, consistently, to keep your immune system in proper check. Okay, number 3 is exercise. Now why exercise is so important? Because exercise helps to increase your blood circulation. The flow of your blood increases when you do exercise at least 30 minutes per day. You can choose your exercise mode, either a simple walk, simple stretches, yoga, zumba, gym, whatever you like, but doing at least 30 minutes per day will surely make your blood circulation better. And when there is a need for your body to fight certain infection or anything, because if it's a good blood circulation, your immune cells will be able to travel to that particular area immediately. Okay, number 4, Stress control. Now in stress control, what you have to majorly focus upon your cortisol hormone. When there is high stress hormones, automatically your cortisol is going high, right? When the cortisol is high more than a limit, your body is in an alarm state. Too much of stress is not good for your body. There is healthy version of stress which keeps you dedicated, more productive into your work, but there is excess amount of stress which can disturb your mental state of mind, right? So if there is too much of stress, your immune cells are working way higher to fight back internal turmoils, right? So because of that, you will feel always low, tired, sluggish throughout the day. So opt for techniques which helps to keep your stress always balanced. It is said, when you go to bed, you should always go stress free. You should always go in a good positive emotions, because then only your sleep will be better. That's how stress and sleep is all related, right? So at night time, do a lot of meditation, certain journaling, deep breathing, or opt for any hobbies every day, at least for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, that will keep your stress away and you will be able to fight back all the infections. Okay, lastly, hygiene is also equally important to maintain your immunity. Okay, so washing your hands regularly, keeping your surrounding clean. Now you all must be knowing that our AQI levels are just going higher and higher. So much of pollution, so much of smog is there around us, right? Because of that, we are getting this throat irritation and cold and cough very often to everyone, right? So it's very important to always clean your surrounding, right? So outside environment will get changed whenever it wants to, but at least internal environment which is in our hand, that should be that's our duty to keep it clean. Okay, make sure you keep your windows open so that the ventilation will happen very nicely. Clean your floors, your desk, your every area very often. Keep your hands clean, keep yourself clean. Take showers when possible when you come from outside. Used humidifier in your houses just to keep your environment clean. Okay, that's how your immunity will become more strengthened. Okay, fine. Let's proceed ahead. Now we will talk about particular age wise how to build up your immunity, how to balance your immunity. Now people who have children in their houses, it's very important to understand that in a young age only, if you keep their immune system in a right way or in a right balance, then in their adulthood or in their adolescence, they don't have to face a lot of issues related to respiratory issues. Like I can see many people are undergoing with allergic sinusitis, then there is rhinitis, then there is asthma issues, right? People who get very frequent cold, cough, flu, people who get disturbed stomach all the time. So children has to develop their immunity right from younger age, and it's completely into parents hands how they feed, how they provide right items to their children. Okay, if a child is crying or if a child is annoyed, you should not entertain them by giving chocolate to just reduce their anger, or give them favorite food which is unhealthy, or favorite item which is unhealthy for their body. No, always introduce right type of foods to your children. Okay, keep keep more natural, nature related foods in front of their plate. Make their routine, or develop an habit inside them that they should take a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits into their diet, right? Protein and fiber is equally important in their diet. Yes, carbs is also important, but important of protein and fiber is very important, because very necessary, because we Indians usually forget to add proteins that sufficiently in their diet. Now they are in a growing age, they want to develop their muscles, their hormones and everything, so protein is important, right? So every meal, make sure you are adding protein source, you are adding all fiber source which are coming from vegetable. Children who don't like to eat particular vegetable, please they give them those vegetable in a hidden way. Puree it and put it in a soup, puree it, put it in a pulao or khichdi, or in a vegetable dough, but please introduce them each and every type of vegetable. If parents are eating with that lovely expressions, with all the positive environment in front of child since the younger age of that child, then even a child will have that habit to eat all varieties of foods. Okay. Secondly, please reduce fried sugary processed foods in their children age, in their childhood age. Why? Because you are somehow disturbing its gut internal lining, which will have an impact in his adulthood when he will have a lot of stress and anxiety issues because of multiple things, right? So reduce this, keep it very occasional. Full family should enjoy it everything when there is certain occasion, when there is festival, but on regular basis keep everything very natural. Number three, even motivate your children to do exercise. Try to do workout along with your children so that they'll build up that habit, that even this is one of the important source for their body. Even they'll feel energetic, more productive in their studies. So 30 minutes of brisk walk, running, jogging, doing yoga along with children will really be helpful. Okay, number three, even stress management. Children who undergo with a lot of school homeworks and assignments, they are always stressed because of those things, because of those deadlines, right? So even ask them to sit in meditation with you, give them small small breaks where they'll enjoy their own time. Engage them into their favorite hobbies. Please do not keep your children away from their hobbies. Please keep your hobbies in your children's life till even in their 10th standard also, in their boards also. Why? Because that will keep them to be calm and their stress levels will be maintained. Okay. Lastly, even help them to understand that water is equally important, so give enough amount of water in their diet so that their immunity will be healthy. Okay. Now let's proceed and understand about the adulthood. In adulthood, similarly, protein and fiber is important. Reduce fried, sugary, processed foods. Exercise daily, every day, more than 30 minutes, I would say. Stress management should be done, and drink enough water. Okay. Lastly, senior citizens. Now, children and senior citizens are majorly at risk of immune system. So for them, very cautiously you have to look into. In seniors, make sure that you add all the soft foods in their diet, because they have teething issues, they have poor digestion, they are little weak because of the age. Their all systems of their body has gone very slow down, is being slowed down, right? So give everything which is very easy to digest. So give soft foods, fruits, cooked vegetables. Avoid raw salads for them, avoid raw sprouts for them. Everything should be thoroughly cooked for senior citizens. Secondly, keep them help them with hydration part. Give varieties of water like simple water, lemon water, coconut water, soups, herbal teas, which will help to build up their immunity. Okay. Thirdly, fiber rich diet is important in senior citizen. Why? Because they are more prone to constipation as they age. So fiber rich diet, which means a lot of vegetables into the diet, fruits with the skin, edible skin. They should have nuts and seeds, they should have whole grains, they should have in a very softer version. So rotis will not be acceptable by their body, but if you convert the roti in a chila and you give them, they'll be able to digest it. Okay. So everything should be very soft in nature for them. And even for them, you can introduce little gentle exercises like walking, stretching, light yoga will really be helpful for them to keep their immune system in well balanced state. Okay. Fine. So that's all for today. We had learned about multiple things related to immunity. I've come up with a task of a week. What you have to do is every morning you have to spend 10 minutes in outdoor, just to get the sunlight. If you don't have time, you can stand in your balcony, in your terrace, or near your window, at least to get little warmth of sunlight, because sunlight really refreshes our internal complete cells, and it helps to keep us more energetic also, right? So it builds up the immunity also. So preferably every day, just 10 minutes spend into a sunlight, and see how do you feel, how refreshed you feel when you do this all rituals. Okay, so whenever you do this, and if you're social media friendly, please do tag us, Times Health Plus, and you can even get a chance to win the wellness goodies, right? So proceeding ahead with this, do not forget to follow us on the social media, and let's open up with a Q&A session. Okay, let's come to the questionnaire. Okay. um okay, one person is asking about, is xylitol gum okay for us in chewing gum? uh, if it's in less amount, like you're not chewing gum, you're not having this chewing gum regularly and some occasional time, it's acceptable. There are sugar free uh, there are sugar free chewing gums also. Please preferably go for that, because when if you're having it continuously and your body is not well hydrated to remove all this alcohol, sugar alcohols, then somehow it leads to inflammation, so preferably avoid it. Okay, fine. One person is asking, Anuradha ji, would you recommend something like the good bug gut cleanse? Are these effective? So good bug gut cleanse is a good product, but if you are having severely health issues related to your gut and then having these supplements, it's acceptable. But on natural case, if you want to heal your gut or keep your gut in good state, then preferably go for all the probiotics and prebiotic in your diet. So fiber, which I always emphasize, helps in balancing this bacteria in your gut. So fruits with the skin, nuts and seeds skin, then dals with chilka, your legumes with your chilka, like chola chilka, rajma chilka, these all skin really help to give you good fiber in your body. And when fiber goes in good amount into your gut, it will help to build up good bacteria in your body. Okay, secondly, prebiotics like soluble fiber, which are oats, banana, chia seeds, flax seeds, these are good source to keep your gut health much in better health. They are the one which provide bacteria and helps the probiotics to function more better. Probiotic are present into all the fermented source, so your buttermilk, your curd, your kanjis, beet kanji, amla kanjis, these all are fermented source. Then your idli, those are fresh batters, not ready made batter, fresh batters had very freshly, you will get good probiotics which are good for your gut. So instead of focusing on the ready made items, try to add the natural food sources as much as possible, and see how your gut health is, then only you plan for having some ready made supplements. Okay, fine. Okay, one person is asking, how good is whey protein? Whey protein is good because it's lighter for our gut to digest. If it's a isolate ones, whey protein, very subtle for your gut. But if it's a concentrate one, or it's in a mixture of isolate and concentrate, it's slightly heavy for your body to digest. Again, it's depend on individual's gut health, how easily you can digest it. And whey proteins are always cleaner product because they are coming from a milk source, and it's been steamed, right? The lactose part has been gone out of this whey protein, so it's very easy and digestible for your body. Just whichever source you're looking for, please flip the nutritive table and backside of this product and read the ingredients. It should have no preservative, no chemical names which are very foreign to us. If you're not understanding certain names, that means that product is not clean. Please go for products which are very clean, easy to understand, you know that ingredients, and then only purchase it. Okay, so yeah, that's how I can say you can go with whey protein. Again, whey protein is only recommended to people who do good amount of exercise on regular basis, not like once in a while. You should regularly exercise, then the whey protein will be easily digested by your body. Otherwise, what will happen if your water intake is poor, if your exercise is not that great, then this whey protein will be heavy for your body and heavy for your kidney, leading to kidney issues. Okay, fine. uh, Anuradha ji says, what is a good bug gut what is good bug gut cleanse? It's a supplement, it's a probiotic added in that product. It is again made from multiple natural sources only. It's not a bad product, you can try if you want to, but again, if it's better if you try it out under some healthcare professional. Just don't randomly start with it. Okay, fine. Can we have coconut water in winter? It is bit cooling for the body. If you're having in the morning time where the warmth is there around you, like 11 o'clock or 12, around 12 o'clock, where the warmth is there around you, and if it's a room temperature coconut water, then it's acceptable by the body. Okay. Okay, Jagdeep ji says exposure to sunlight up to what time in the morning is healthy? Okay, so in the morning, if you exposing yourself before 10 a.m., where the sunlight is little milder, then you can expose for good 20 minutes. Okay, but if it's beyond 10 o'clock, then somehow 10 minutes of sunlight exposure is also more than enough. Okay, preferably wear cotton clothes, keep your body exposed little more to sunlight so that the vitamin D will go inside easily. Okay, don't wear any dark colors where sunlight won't penetrate. Okay, thank you, Anuradha ji. Okay, one more question. Hema ji says, which iodized salt is good for hypothyroid? Iodized salt, Tata Light is good. There are multiple products that comes in the market. All are good. If you read the nutritive label and the iodine is mentioned inside it, it's good product. And usually salts are not been adulterated, so you can go for any iodized salt. That's not an issue. Okay, fine. One person says, do we need to roast chia seeds before eating? Okay, chia seeds should never be roasted. It should be actually ideally soaked. Okay, it's a seed which get puff up when you add in a water. So always soak the chia seeds and consume whenever you want to have. Thanks for the information session. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. It was great giving you all the knowledge about immunity. In the next week, we are again going to come up with a new topic, which will again be related to some of your health condition. So please attend that continuously, because every Saturday we are coming up with new different systems of your body, different health conditions of your body, and we'll be emphasizing on that. Okay, so for today, that's it. Please try to follow the task of the week and eat with awareness. Please do exercise regularly, hydrate yourself well, balance your sleep and your stress. You will see that your lifestyle is becoming better. Okay, awareness is a key to start up with multiple things. So please be aware and do your choices more wisely. Okay, meanwhile, have a happy weekend and take care. Namaste.